Hey, so I'm doing a quick video. I decided I hadn't done one in a while, and I finally got my hands on a machine that I had wanted for a very long time. I've always wanted a Hoover WindTunnel canister vacuum, and not one of the dumb Hoover WindTunnel canisters. I wanted like an actual Hoover WindTunnel power nozzle with like the quadraflex sort of design. Um, so I don't really know if that's what the brush roll is, but I like that design of the power head. It's pretty much they chopped the bottom off of a Hoover wind tunnel self-propelled and they made a power nozzle out of it. So that's what I really like about it. And I really missed my wind tunnel self-propelled, but and I thought that it groomed very well and it cleaned very well, but I could not get over the amount of noise that it made. It was so loud. It honestly sounded like it didn't even have a bag in it and you didn't have the bag door covered. It was um, a very thin machine. So the bag chamber and everything was very thin and small, kind of like a SIBO. The body of the machine was pretty much just as wide as the bag needed to be able to fill it and be a decent sized bag. There was no extras, but it still appeared to be a bulky machine, which it wasn't. Um, so the Hoover Wind Tunnel canister was one that I've been after for a while. Specifically this one because it had newer, more up-to-date features and styling to it, but you still got the original power nozzle. And this was actually the last wind tunnel that they've made canister with this style power nozzle. They did make a bagless, but that was out on the market way before that this one came out, and I think that one was stopped being sold maybe around the time that this one did or before. So, like I said, I just like the design of it. I got it off of eBay. It was listed as like new condition. There was only a couple pictures of the outside of the box. It was shown to be in its original box, but they listed it as the Hoover Quiet Performance, which is what I was looking at because I had seen some of the Venture Pro videos and I kind of liked it. So I was looking around and I've seen these before listed, but they were either really beat up or they were pieced out. There's somebody that's selling one semi-locally, but it's in really rough shape. So I was like, you know what? This is a really great price. It's in like new condition. This is not going to come about again. The odds of even seeing one of these new in the box is slim. So it's definitely something different that Hoover did. And it was a part of the anniversary series, just like some of their other machines. And they just never cared to do one again. So when I bought it and I got it and I unboxed it and everything, I immediately contacted the seller and started taking pictures while everything was still in the plastic. It was boxed to look new, but the first thing I saw was this little bit of wear right here along the top of the power nozzle, even though the window of the brush roll is clean and clear. And additionally, there is a big scuff right here on the side of the machine, which I don't believe is just surface paint or anything. So that kind of disappointed me. The attachments and the attachment door have no scratches on them. They appear to be brand new. So it's kind of weird that like bits and pieces of this machine look as though it's been used, but at the same time, oops, that shot way over there. It appears to be new in spots. To me, this is the closest to a Miele that I will ever get. Because of the design of it, the shape, it resembles an earlier model Miele, or like a late 2000s Miele. So I really liked the design of it. The only thing I don't care for is that it's a fingertip or a foot pedal power switch. And it illuminates bright blue, but the headlight is a traditional halogen headlight. And there's only one other video that was listed twice, probably because somebody changed their YouTube profile and they just relisted the video. But there was a picture of, or a video of this machine running. No talking, nothing. They just kind of showed this new, and it looked like it groomed the carpet really well. And believe it or not, it does actually do very good on all of my carpets for being a vacuum that can't be adjusted, and it grooms well. So I'm really happy. It's very similar to my Simplicity in a way, because I feel like the Simplicity is one of the better canisters that I own, and for being adjustable, I think it does a really, really, really great job. My Filter Queen's adjustable. My Electrolux canisters are both, well, not the what do you want to call it? The old model one that I have. I can't even think of the name of it right now. But my Eureka made Electrolux Ultra Silencer Deep Clean Deluxe or whatever, that one's adjustable. The Simplicity is adjustable. The Filter Queen is adjustable. The Rainbow isn't, but I haven't used my Rainbow since I made the video of it. And I got that detergent that's supposed to make your house smell nice and clean, but it just smells like mouthwash. And to me, it's not what I want my house to smell like. So, I showed you the tools. It has 4 caster wheels, very similar to the Miele. And what I was trying to get at with the video that I had seen, somebody had commented on that video of this machine and said, oh, it's too bad the hose is so short. The hose is not short at all. My Kenmore, the white one, the 21514 model or whatever it is, that has a very short hose. This thing is not at your feet all the time. I really like that they didn't design it like that. And the power nozzle is actually offset to the side just a little bit, just like the older-fashioned Hoovers. And I think it's because of the way that they designed this machine, and to be able to house the motor in it, they had to kind of offset it a little bit. And WindTunnel technology is nothing but engineered air ducts in the bottom of the machine's power nozzle to make it pretty much to channel the suction to go over the same spot a couple more times, so you don't have to vacuum it multiple times over and over and over to get it to clean an area thoroughly. Which makes sense. I mean, all they had to do was pretty much take one air opening right here in the front of the machine and put like an air duct here, then allow the suction to go around the brush roll, and then put like one of these air ducts in the back as well. So to me, it's not really a technology. They just kind of added more plastic on the inside to allow the suction, it'll pretty much allow 3 chances for a piece of dirt to be picked up, is the way that I see it. The cord retractor is nice. It has a HEPA filter that can be taken out only by opening the bag door, and it didn't come with shipped bags. So I complained to the eBay seller that it was not in like new condition, but it was packaged to look like that, and it was incorrectly listed as well. Not that I'm disappointed, but they were going to knock $30 off. They were supposed to get back to me sometime this morning. Well, it's currently 3:30, and this was the time exactly that I messaged them yesterday, and they got back to me almost immediately. And they were supposed to give me a refund this morning, but maybe it's a good thing because I forgot that they did list this incorrectly. So maybe I'll be able to get off more money. Think of me poorly and as some sort of dirtbag money grubber or something like that, especially if you do your own eBaying as well and you can't stand when people do that. But, you know, at the same time, look at the stuff that you're listing. You know, what if it were somebody else? This vacuum is not really quiet, so it was incorrectly listed. It's a whole different model that they listed it as. So I won't go over that same spot again. I feel like there's some spaghetti stuff up underneath, so I just went back and forth a couple times. So, you can hear the bag door kind of creak a little bit because it does have very strong suction. But I want to point out that this thing really does clean edge to edge. You can see the line that I followed and the piece of spaghetti that just happened to not be underneath the power nozzle, so it couldn't get to it. But you can look over here. It only left one stray piece. Oh, well, that's on the outside of the cleaning swap that I did. But it only left one piece of spaghetti, and it's very possible that it was on the edge and it just kind of flicked it, because the suction isn't really able to escape the underneath of the power nozzle anyway. It doesn't feel self-propelled. It feels like it's really deep cleaning nicely. I really wanted one of these, and I like, you know, the different, like, things that they've listed on here. It looks kind of complex. It looks very early Hoover WindTunnel design to me, and I really like it. I really enjoy that. It's an adjustable wand. It's a nice, comfortable handle to use, and it came with a turbo brush, but typical Hoover turbo brushes, they suck. It doesn't work very well. I think that it would be able to power one, but not Hoover, because I just personally don't think that the Hoover ones are made very well. I don't think that they're engineered very well, so they end up ailing the whole machine itself. And if you look on the underneath side of the power nozzle, you can see that there is quite a bit of hair that has been wrapped around the roller, and I think that that's due mostly to the fact that, obviously because I have Persian cats, but this thing must be getting really deep down into the carpet, where other times some of my other vacuums probably don't get those strands that are stuck down in there. So it really pulls up a lot of stuff. And believe it or not, my local Kmart had Hoover S bags. They're generic and they're paper, but they had them. And I was very surprised because they carry some weird vacuum bags, and they don't really carry the actual outgoing machines. The Hoover Whisper, or the Hoover Quiet Performance, and obviously the Auric Venture Pro would take the S bags. So this would probably take the Auric style bags as well. But, and maybe if they're better filtration, I'll look into getting them. But I'm very pleased with this canister. I really, really am. I was looking at one of the Cirrus machines for a while because I liked the design of the power nozzle and I liked the bulkiness of the machine, and it had a similar color scheme, and it was quiet, but then I decided not to get it because I was going to buy it at a local vacuum store, and they wanted like an extra $150 for it than what I could get for it on Amazon. But it's one of those non-actual brand name machines. They just kind of put their own color scheme on it, and they kind of make their own name and whatever else. So, because I also saw a Vapamore vacuum. It's called a Vapamore Vento. That is, sorry, I thought I saw something outside really crazy. A Vapamore Vento machine, a yellow one, and somebody's actually selling two brand new in the box for like $125, and they go for like $300. But it's a 2.5 hour drive to go get it. I don't really think that it's worth it. And if you ever see any of the Prolux machines online, like the Prolux models, they look very similar to Electrolux oxygen canisters. And then they also make one called the Prolux Stealth. And it looks very similar to this machine, almost identical to it, but it has a different power head. The power head looks like it's a Royal power head, which is owned by Dirt Devil, which is also owned by TTI, which owns Hoover and Auric now. So, just a little bit of information on that. But if you can find one of these in good condition, I highly recommend it. Some people were bashing it. To me, I think Hoover did a really great job, and it feels well made, and it does a good job. So, if you have questions, please ask. I'll try and answer if I can.